Hi friends, welcome to my channel Siri Scribe. So today's vlog is going to be super casual one. My helper went to India for her yearly holiday. Usually we give her a break in November and December for her holiday. So I am the in charge of all the house chores for the next few weeks. So my usual day starts pretty early. Usually I wake up at 5:30 a.m. to get my daughter ready for her school. But since it's weekend and she has no school, I woke up a little late around 7 a.m. and started my housework. Since I had to take thyroid tablets on empty stomach, I have to wait for 30 minutes before I eat anything. So after finishing my tea and breakfast, it's time for house cleaning, and that's how my day started. Today I wanted to share something really personal with all of you. It's not an easy topic, but I think it's very important to talk about. In November 2024, I had a burger from a very popular fast food chain, and unfortunately, I contracted a foodborne illness. It's been over a month now, and I'm still dealing with ongoing symptoms. I didn't want to share this with all of you until I had a better understanding of what I was going through, but now I think it's time to open up. In December first week, I got hospitalized due to food poisoning. It was so severe that I ended up severely dehydrated, lost a lot of blood, and just had no energy left in me. It was really scary, and I'm still undergoing treatment and meeting my specialist to undergo some tests, doing scans, and trying to figure out how to get me back on track. It's called gastroenteritis caused by the food I ate. That one burger ended up affecting my health in such a huge way, and the symptoms I have been struggling with are pretty tough with constant bloating, loss of appetite, nauseous, headaches, and also insomnia. Honestly, I'm still trying to get back to normal. It's been such a struggle and pain, and it has taken a toll not just on my health but also on my daily life and my work productivity. Also, I haven't uploaded any video for the past 1 month because it's been tough to focus when you are dealing with something like this. But I'm finally starting to feel slightly better and wanted to take the time to share my experience with all of you because I think it's something we all need to be mindful of. It's a reminder to all of us on how important it is to be cautious about where we get our food from. The food industry is huge and there is a lot we do not know about and how the food is handled from production to packaging to the plate. Imagine about how many hands it must have gone through before it even reaches us, and the potential for contamination is real. Pathogens like Salmonella and E. coli can exist in our food, and if it is not handled properly, it can lead to some pretty serious health issues. So, yeah, that's my story as of now. I just wanted to take a moment to raise awareness about food safety standards and encourage all of you to be extra careful when choosing where you eat and what you eat. I never thought of something as simple as eating a burger could have such a huge impact on my health, but it's been a tough lesson. Anyways, let's get back to the vlog. Since today is Saturday and we don't consume meat on Saturdays, so I decided to make an Indian curry, that is Matar Paneer with puri. For those who might not know, Matar Paneer is a dish made with cottage cheese and green peas in a flavorful gravy. I actually got this recipe from a YouTube video, so if you are interested, I'll drop the YouTube link in the iCard flashing on the screen. Usually on Saturdays, I like to keep it very simple and stick with vegetarian meals, so this paneer curry was the perfect choice. So for this recipe, I used frozen green peas. Honestly, I can't find fresh green peas here in Singapore, at least not year round since they are seasonal. Now, after everything I have gone through with my health and the foodborne illness, I have been trying to avoid frozen foods as much as possible. But sometimes you have to make some compromises. That being said, I always make sure to thaw these frozen green peas, wash them thoroughly a couple of times, and then boil them before adding them into my food. Here I am kneading the dough for the puris. I use wheat flour for the dough, which I knead really well and then set aside to rest for at least 30 minutes before I start rolling them and frying. Meanwhile, I finish washing the dishes as I really do not like seeing so many dishes piling up in the sink. Since I'm trying to practice to be sustainable as much as possible, I have been learning and practicing ways to reduce waste in our daily lives. One of the things I'm focusing on is water wastage. For example, when I'm cleaning my dishes, I make sure not to overrun the water pump. I keep the flow on low, using just the necessary amount of water to get the job done. It is all about being mindful of the resources we use, and even the small changes we make can be a huge difference in the long run. Now I wanted to share with you something that I'm really excited about, that is my little balcony garden. I have been growing some basic herbs like mint, sweet basil, rosemary, and I have also got some tomato plants and one lemon plant with a bunch of decorative plants to enhance my balcony space. I'm actually practicing Korean natural farming, which involves culturing indigenous microorganisms to create fertile soil. Since I grow my plants in pots, I need to make sure that they get enough nutrients to stay healthy. I make my own compost using food waste from the kitchen. So, whenever I chop those greens for cooking, I keep the scraps aside and simply dig them into a pot of soil along with some browns like cardboard pieces, coconut peels, or dry leaves. And within a course of about 30 to 40 days, depending on how humid the temperature is, all of these kitchen wastes they break down into rich and fertile soil that I can use to grow my plants. Of course, I still do buy some potting soil and I mix my homemade compost with the store bought soil for extra nutrients. This method has really been helping me grow a variety of plants. So, this is my little garden paradise, my little balcony where I grow some plants and herbs. It may not be a very big space, but it's enough to nurture a variety of beautiful plants and have a thriving garden. I would like to know if any of my viewers also have green fingers. I'd like to hear about your gardening adventures, so please leave a comment below and let's exchange some tips and tricks for keeping our plants healthy and happy. Here you can see that I propagated a tomato plant which I'll transfer it to a bigger pot once it grows. The other tiny plant you see here is a lemon plant, but I didn't actually sow it. It looks like one of the birds might have done this job. So for now, I'm just observing and learning about lemon plant and how to care for it. Since I had some kitchen waste left over, so here I am digging them inside my compost bin. I cover a good amount of soil over the wastes to avoid any smells or flies over the bin. Okay, since it is getting late for our lunch, I quickly finished cooking Matar Paneer and Puri. The recipe is very simple and we all really liked it. I must admit that I have really gotten used to having full-time helper at home. She has been such a big support in managing the daily house chores. So without her, I have been facing a few challenges. From cooking to cleaning, there's a lot to handle, but it's only for few weeks, happily counting down the days until she returns. So once she is back from her holiday, I can focus more on my upcycling work, which is what I'm really passionate about. If you are new to my channel, I am the founder of a small startup initiative where I upcycle fashion waste into sustainable art and fashion accessories. It is my way of doing my part to reduce the negative impact of fast fashion and the environmental burden it creates. I believe in the power of reusing and transforming what would otherwise go into waste. So I transform the fashion waste into something beautiful and functional pieces. I'm almost done with cooking the curry now. Next, I'm going to quickly prepare some puris to go with it and cut some salad. After this, I did not record much of video clips because honestly speaking, I had run out of energy by then. So once the food was ready, I served it to my family and we all sat down together to enjoy our meal. If my husband is at home over the weekend, we usually sit together and watch some movies. He usually loves to go out and play cricket or any other sports on the weekends, but he always makes sure to keep at least one day free on either Saturday or Sunday to spend time with us with family. Otherwise, he will see the different side of me. Jokes apart, after finishing lunch, I took some time to rest, watched a bit of TV, and then got to work. On transforming an old kaftan into a dress. Over the years, I have developed my sewing skills by watching YouTube videos, and it's been more than 5 years now that I have been working on giving new life to old clothes, turning them into beautiful garments, art pieces, and accessories. I have a very basic sewing machine that my husband actually purchased 14 years ago, which is almost as old as my daughter. I named it Rooney, and I have developed this strange connection with it. I know it might sound silly, but if you are a seamstress, you totally understand what I am saying. It's like having a little partner in creativity. I think I'll end my video on a good note. Before going to bed, I always try to meditate for at least 10 to 15 minutes. It really helps calm my mind and get me ready for the hustle and bustle of the next day. I didn't take any professional meditation classes or anything. What I do is pretty simple. I just sit down in a quiet place, light a nice aromatic candle, close my eyes, and try not to think about anything. Of course, that's much easier said than done. It is nearly impossible to clear your mind completely, but with practice, it is getting easier. In the beginning, I used to fall asleep during meditation, but now I have learned to stay alert and just focus on not thinking too much. It's been a peaceful way to end my day and feel more centered. I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. Please do not forget to hit that like button and share it among your friends. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, stay curious and keep learning.